Yeah, I'm starting to record.
Okay.
Um, I see you in some palace. Oh, I mean, it's like an interesting scene right away. First of all, I saw you in the energy, in your energy sphere. It's like this bright amethyst purple color. And then you turn around and you're like, you have a strange outfit with the top and the bottom. And the skirt is so long and it kind of like squishes you. Like it's really like a pencil skirt but goes down to the floor. And it's white. And the top is white and it's as if you made it out of the ribbon of the tissue. Some sort of interesting creation. And you open like the big gate behind you and your energy sphere when you turn. I see some sort of bats or birds, but they don't look like either. More like a blend, like a mix of both flying around you. And you say that you're training them and you're training some other beings. And you do the program of exchange of the knowledge exchange. And you're standing in this, it's like a platform, but this platform is connected to Andromeda galaxy. It's nearby because I see almost like lots of micro galaxies, and in the middle of them there's like a big platform, and it kind of looks like Coliseum structure, but it's made out of like thick energy, like layers of energy on the sides, and it's like a big floor with stairs on the side, like on the sides there's stairs, and I see different beings parking their spaceships right in front of the platform, and they're walking in. It's kind of like they also connect to you telepathically and you tell them where to go, to the left or to the right, which level, because it's kind of like a stadium almost, except there are like 1, 2, 3, like 7 steps on each side, and there's so many different kinds of aliens coming, and it's like the education and scientific research exchange program, and you're talking about it. You're actually sitting on the it kind of it looks like a throne type thing. It made out of selenite type material, and it's very interesting. Like on the back, it's curved and it's got different patterns. Um, and it's like there is a ceiling that shows up, and it's almost like a hologram of colors, of mosaics of colors, and you do it like this with your hand, and then it shows up, it appears, it covers the sky, because it's like this Coliseum thing is just, it's open and you can see the space, and then it gets covered and you see a screen with multiple planets for that you deal with, you in contact with, and you you do like, not that you advertise them, but you just explain how life is on those planets, and beings can decide if they want to experience that this or that life. and they're listening carefully because they're actually curious about getting more experience. Some of them more are into getting experience on physical planets. Others are more on non-physical, and they strictly know the difference. Um, there's some things that attract them about the physical planets also. The problem is, I feel that there is some interference going on with you already at that particular spot there, because there is some tall beings. At first it looked like a tall kind of humanoid form, translucent skin, glowing kind of funny from inside with a great glow. He can he can create he has a special suit that can make him invisible. I think it's like, it looks like a gray to me, but then it shapeshifts. It shapeshifts into, I mean, the suit can make him shapeshift. It's almost like it puts around a hologram, like of a different being, and he comes to you as, it's almost like, I want to say, a bad person, like a humanoid, but there's huge wings and they're made out of leather, like black leather behind. And he says that he is a representation of the duality system that some planets have. But there's a prototype of Earth that has it. There's an Earth that has it too. And he just says that to appreciate more the planets that don't have that duality, you have to go to Earth to experience it. He can, and he just like gives a talk about it. And you consider him a partner, but in fact he's interfering with you, because I see some, it's like some ribbons, because you can understand all this. There's like some sort of energy on your head, because I don't see hair, but I see ribbons. I thought maybe that's your hair, but it's not. It's actually him telling you that through these ribbons you get a better connection with your guests, and you can read the energy, and through that energy you can get information from them, what their true intentions are, because he says sometimes they lie, when in fact he's the one who is lying and they are not. The reason why you don't detect that he's interfering with you, because he's the one who is literally programming you through ribbons and kind of like handling you, controlling you. Because I feel like I see an asteroid form, and if I go all the way back, and I see you with many beings like you are, who are also on that asteroid, and it's perfectly round. It's as if they're using it as a spaceship. And I see something, your people are negotiating with Anunnaki, who are trying to take over the Earth plane. And the Earth plane is a platform created by the souls to experience non-physical, but also there is a timeline and a physical Earth, the way it was created. It's multiple non-ending Earths. And they're trying to take over the 3D one because, and then you understand your people. I mean, let me see. It's like you come from Andromeda, and it's like a beautiful kind of purplish glow star that is off the side of Andromeda. That is totally. It's like translucent, transparent. It's non-physical, and I feel like it was born by some other bigger star in that constellation, in that galaxy, and that's where you come from. And you just want to, you see this, the place you're at with all the microgalaxies. The microgalaxies are expanding and soon will be macro galaxies, and you're trying to protect that space, and you see the invaders all around, and the information spreads quickly about them. So you have, it's like that star. It's almost as if you had a queen and a king, but it's not in the hierarchical matter, but it's more into they are the holders, the keepers of the information. There's also an interesting concoction, like it's like a construction built out of rocks, and those rocks are of multiple colors, like rainbow colors on that star, and they also the crystals. And I see the beings, one of yours, walking around protecting it because it contains important information of that star and of the Andromeda galaxy, and it's like a library of some sort of Andromeda galaxy, and that crystal holds that information inside, so it has to be protected. So they cannot use the malevolent beings cannot use your forces. But then you see like Anunnaki is trying to attack Earth, and the main desire of theirs is to take species from it. There are beings who come from different galaxies who create new species and fauna and flora, and the Anunnaki want to take the DNA and mutate it. They have some Syrian technology to do that because they want to shape and shift and mold it the way they want it to accommodate. There's something about the atmosphere, the energetic output that the animals and plants they want to give out for them to be able to survive on Earth, and that's why they're going for it. Also, some elements like certain crystals that the only Earth has. Um, and one of them they consider gold as it's almost like a crystal because that's a production of the Earth, like an Earth's element. Um, and so you're just going for negotiation with them on that asteroid, and I see it explode. I literally see they use some technology. Looks like a plasma wave going, engulfing you and exploding you inside the capsule that it surrounds you, made out of it. And I see that some of the souls, there are only 5 who survive. One of them is your father and you. And you create. You're looking back at this explosion. I see like it like explodes. And you create, you go back, you tell what happened, and you decide to go a different direction, different way, to create a similar to Syrian school of knowledge, wisdom and magic. And magic is more about creating out of your own energies, molding, blending energies for creating something new, and also exchange, because it's important to exchange information and teach groups of aliens from one galaxy something that the other galaxy has developed and knows. So this way they can speed up their progress and evolution of consciousness. Um, but there is this Grace basically is in contact with those Anunnaki who exploded your ship, and your mother was gone, was the others. And this Gray comes from them. He has all kinds of technology built into his suit. He has a suit. He's not naked like other Greys are. It's it's kind of whitish, with a little bit of sheen, like a sparkle, whatever the gray sparkle. It has this interesting belt here and another one here. They're connected to the big belt, and then that belt has the buckle with the wings and the star. It's like a 5-point star, and the wings around, and the buckle on the is a frame, is like a chain, like they chained the humanoid form, and they enslaved it, and the wings are separated from the souls because souls cannot escape anymore easily from their bodies, type thing. And there's some promise there. You didn't just let him be, but he was sneaky enough to give you a lot of important information, and also told you about some of the what's going on Orion, what's going on Draco constellation, and a lot of this information kind of helped you because you avoid this area with your people, and that's why you accepted him as the wise man of some sort. And he also started helping you directing and forming groups. I kind of see like there is a room with some human souls as little children sitting next to, it's like a desk with 2 seats, and the human soul sitting next to alien ones. And they exchange information. They're like in the same class, in the same school. And the humans come there in astral bodies, like in energy bodies only, when the physical bodies are awake or asleep on Earth, because they're teaching these humans how to prevent catastrophes that happened to a lot of planets in the universe. And there is a lot of those little big souls and little human bodies as children are growing up knowing that they want to preserve this planet, prevent any explosions, any catastrophes happening. And they're like a shield protection for it because they carry the knowledge how it can happen, because they show them the timelines of what pops up, like the year 2027 to avoid, 2031 to avoid, just different scenarios. on different timelines, but I don't see it being our timeline anymore though. So he's the one. I mean, that's why I saw those bats flying in the beginning in your energy sphere, because he's the one who is interfering with you.
Hmm.
I don't see anybody else. He's like a, like a classic vampire, but without the teeth kind of face.
Mm-hmm.
Not really, yeah, was the bat wings. And he reports to Anunnaki. He always does. And I see them in the atmosphere underneath the dome, sitting on their prolonged cigar-shaped ship. Um, there's a lot of, there are rows of desks on the ship in this one room, and there are what looks like computer screens on them. Um, totally connected to the desk, like part of it, and also part of the consciousness of those Anunnaki. And they use crystals to power the computers. Like I see them. Um, so you looking at your, I'm telling you to scan your body to look besides the ribbons from the back of your head. What does it have? It's almost like there's an interesting chair in your energy sphere that showed up. It was almost like transparent before. I couldn't really hear it. I just see it. I turned on the light because it was rather kind of grayish dark in there, like dusk. And it's like a transparent plastic glass chair in the shape of an egg. And he calls it a pod chair. He he keeps you in it most of the time so you can rest, but also that's a chair that scans your etheric body well, and all the it's like you get the information from that incarnation of you doing this work, directing, organizing all that school stuff and exchanging information and this conferences and our understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And the information doesn't really get to your physical part because the chair absorbs it. It's like a crystal that absorbs the information, keeps it inside, and there's like a cord on the back of it going to that bat being, and then from him it goes to Anunnaki he deals with. But I see they also deal with grays, and that's how he was created, as a hybrid and as a handler and as somebody they train and they use. Um, so there are there's some things like little etheric dots, like implants on in your jaws. It's almost like they're glowing with some crystals or something, like little dots. Therefore, on each side, two on each side at the bottom jaw and upper jaw. It's almost like as if they were in the teeth or something like that. And then there is a little round right in where your forehead is, that area, and it's a round circle. It looks like it's got like the certain pattern to it, and it got like two tear dots, and they're connecting and overlaying on each other. It's just a symbology of it, interconnection and also interference. That's kind of like this symbology that, and also the beings who might come to you and try to interfere with you. Um, it's like the symbol. They they would know that you almost like belong to somebody else at the soul level type thing. And he also created multiple clones. There's like 12 clones of you as that, let's say, princess on the throne, I guess can call you that. Then what they do with those clones, they put your consciousness in it, like 9% to 10, and they send those clones to different planets. And then those planets, they appear like they're wise, they carry a lot of information, and they try to convince the beings on that planet to incarnate on Earth. And because the clones carry your energy, which is very high vibrational, the beings trust and go to incarnate on Earth. But it's like they're using your clones to deceive them, and you want to stop them. There's also, I see on the sides of your hips, the same exact little crystalline implants, like little balls, like those little glass balls, like marbles, I guess they're called. Something like this. And there's one right next to the heart on the left. There's one on the throat. He tries to make you stop from talking sometimes, or even talking to your own self, that connection. Um, and the heart is like a essence of your soul, mind connection. So that the one in the forehead, it's just to create a lot of chit chat or chatter in the mind that he can activate to block something important that coming from your soul as a message, as a download. Um, just to block that with that implant. So what you do is just like, I see you taking those ribbons. They're literally like attached on the back of your head with some sticky substance. Um, there are a lot of them. I get like 27, and you're holding them in your hands. It's some sort of alien technology. Those things are, um, because he can give you thoughts, ideas. He can control your thought process. He can control your decision making process, logical abilities, ability to evaluate, analyze. All through those, he can do it. And you take that implant from in front of your forehead, put it all in that chair, and you take those 4 and 4, 8 crystals from your jaws, one from your neck, one from the heart, and two from the hips. Put them all in the chair and draw a circle around the chair and touch it with your index finger. And it goes on to this, you say it's like a plasma fire that melts everything in there. And here's this thing. Here's this red book that he created for you to sign it back there. where he told your father and you that he could help you out by creating the school of knowledge where you can share the information with everybody. And there's a special room which is interesting where you connect with your mother and others whose bodies exploded in that meteor spaceship. It looks round. It's almost like it's you walk into the energy field. You feel the energy through you, and you see all of a sudden the outline of whoever it is who lost the physical body. It takes that shape and form as if they never did, and you can have a conversation and some sort of technology um, created. So you signed eight pages of that book for different projects, but mainly you were interested in this exchange program, the knowledge exchange program, teaching humans through by teaching their energy bodies to prevent catastrophes, to prevent extinction of animals, to prevent a lot of things happening on Earth because they are trained to infiltrate some of the major companies that are in control and that did connected with the air, water, energy manipulation, weather control systems, and everything. And slowly, those souls would infiltrate more and more and take over in a good way. That's what you're interested in. So you signed it. I see you holding your book in your hands. Mm, big, very, very tall Anunnaki being brought it in. He has a very long beard down to the floor. It just looks so weird. He's got this curly brown hair. It looks like one of those, like a Hercules. Um, he brought the book, and he also brought some container, like a big metallic box with the handle looks like a suitcase. And I think you requested, you're saying you did the all the DNA that they took from you and from your race to return. It belongs to you, not to them. Enough of their genetic manipulations of different races. You want to stop that. So you take that one too. And you bring it to that star. And just like you put it inside the soul of that star, like inside, to keep it safe. And you change the timeline. You, it's like I see going back before the plasma hits them, plasma wave. You stop it. You put a shield. Um, it looks like a machine that projects a shield around you, your spaceship, and it just blocks it and absorbs it. And it's like a claw that absorbs it, takes it, and puts it as a ball into the black hole. And I see you together with your race again. So you look at your 42 strands of DNA right now, and this bad person managed to merge 1.8, which is a small percentage. just because he was is in very close contact working with you, he was able to do that. It just through that connection you shared. And you just tell them to go out of your energy spheres through the portal you just opened for them. So the bad person, hybrid, the gray, and that all of them are just living right now. See them leave. Yeah, this Anunnaki one, so big. He's just super tall, like probably 9 feet tall, like a giant. So you
Wow.
close the portal, and um, you're saying that you need to cleanse with the cleansing fire to create it out of purple flame to of your own energy sphere. That's your energy. And you use it to cleanse your mental, emotional bodies because there is a lot of worry. Um, it's like discs that contain the feelings that you experienced after you lost your race, that you except your father, a few others, and that you were worried that that would keep happening, that it you cannot prevent it all by teaching others how to do things like that. Um, so there's almost like worry, frustration, and um, anxiety almost. But it's mostly like when you worry all the time that it's not going to go the right way and you feel responsible for doing the good job because everybody's doing something, everybody's doing a part to create, to basically return everything to square one, to how it used to be. Um, and then you're cleansing that was the fire you create. And I see your body's kind of like getting filled up with your own vibration as you raise your vibration, and you're just filling yourself up with that fire flame. It goes from the head down to your toes, and it fills you up, raises vibration, pushes all the foreign energies out, and they're like little teardrops coming out and getting pushed out of your energy sphere right now. Um, yeah, it's down there. I feel like you actually your origin is not from this universe. You say it's some cyclical universe. That's how you call it, because it goes in cycles. It's I'm looking at it now. It's like multiple layers of different densities, connected, interconnected. Like imagine like a building with different floors,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got each layer has a different color, and you say that you can call it the rainbow universe if you want, because it provides different experiences and you go from layer to layer. And if you, it's important to keep the certain focus of your the right correct not correct the right intentions, basically, because if you lower your vibration and your intentions are not as positive, say you can drop to the level you already went through, and the lives at every level are different. but the beauty of it is that it's totally energetic. So you can exit anytime you want. It's not like you are stuck to go from level 1 to level 12 that you have there, but you can also exit and say, I had enough experience, I'm done, which is what you cannot do it with the earth.
Mhm.
Um, so you come from there because you come from there as a creator of it, and we'll create some sort of games, and for the certain set of rules of the game you have to create a certain universe. And the game, the you can call it that this are like the rules, because it's important to keep everything kind of under in the limits of the fair control type thing, in terms of so no evil would start growing and destroying the beauty of the worlds. Mm, and also, if somebody tries to disobey and cause harm to beings, it's like they have a marker on them, like a cell, and it would start glowing to be eliminated from the game. It's like a special system. Yeah, our universe doesn't have that system. That's probably our problem too, because we're too naive in other incarnations. Because when you reach a certain level of consciousness, you forget that evil exists, that somebody can lie to you and take advantage of you. Um, that's why, that's how they were able to take over.
Hmm.
But yeah, you're clean. Can ask questions.
I don't even know what to say. That was like that was that like it made me like drained when you were talking about it. I could like
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I was getting really warm.
Mm-hmm. That's
Um
good. It's because
yeah,
your subconscious is working together with your conscious, and so your conscious mind is totally absorbed. That's why you feel like drained. And but warm, it means that you raise your vibration, which you did.
I was getting very warm and I could feel like in my chest I was getting super warm. Um
Yeah, because you remove the implants and your energy starts circulating the right way. Um, and that warmth is always a good sign.
okay. At one point, I got really cold, and then at the end, I was like, "Wow!" I could feel it like burning, not like burning, but like super warm inside of me, like I had just taken like a shot or something. You know, like when you take
Mm-hmm. Right.
really warm.
Yeah. Yeah. The cold you usually feel like when I approach like a huge reptilian, I feel cold because he's very low vibrational.
Mm-hmm.
When you are in this kind of trance and then you raise your vibration, you feel this hot in the chest feeling, very positive, kind of like a love to all feeling, right? And the warmth all over your body, and sometimes heat too. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't. I don't really have any questions. I definitely felt that. I feel almost like a wave of relief.
Hmm. Yeah. You relieve that everything worked out at the end. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I can't think of anything right now. That was like a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot, and you're more like kind of like a space person,
Yeah.
almost, because I mean, I mean, I see that you only had 3 lives here on Earth, so this is your fourth. So, I mean, you're very much connected to there, up there, rather than down here. Um, But you're like exploring. You're also like a child, who likes to explore at a
Yeah.
new level, um, play around with whatever it offers you. And I feel like you like beautiful things, like that mosaic floor ceiling you created.
Mm-hmm.
You like playing with colors, different shapes. By the way, interesting outfit too. Did you have that energy sphere?
And I love the color purple, so I thought that was funny.
Mm, yeah, yeah. It's your totally your color, bright
Everything
purple.
was purple in my house.
Oh yeah. Well, see, here you go. Always matches. I told you right in the beginning of the
Yeah.
session.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
shapes and colors and beautiful things. And I mean, I see you playing like in your second life with clothes and like sketching things,
yeah.
things like that, like decoration and
Yeah, I do a lot of interior decorating.
mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly what you were doing in the second life. The design of everything,
Yeah.
including that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I feel relieved because I knew I definitely had some blockages going on. It's funny because I do have horrible bad hips, and I have had bad hips, so I thought that was funny that you had mentioned they were in my hips. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so it definitely was felt I felt very connected to it as you were talking about it. And I feel like exhausted right now, and I feel like um very light.
Mm-hmm. That's
Very,
good.
yeah.
Perfect. Because you did, yeah, you did cleanse yourself and raise your vibration, and totally nobody's there. No bets,
I
nothing.
know that I thought that was so crazy.
Yeah,
Ugh. But
it's
no,
big.
I don't
Hmm.
have any questions. I mean, I'm so appreciative of you. Oh my gosh.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Okay, let me turn off the record.